The woman placed the divorce agreement beneath other documents and secretly had the CEO sign it without his knowledge. She then sold the multi-million-dollar jewelry he had given her along with their wedding rings. All the proceeds were donated to children in impoverished mountainous regions. Unaware of this, the CEO returned home after spending time with his young girlfriend. He discovered that all of the woman's belongings had disappeared. Panic set in immediately. He hurriedly instructed his assistant to investigate her whereabouts. The CEO's mother had always opposed their relationship, even though they had been married for 10 years. She never accepted the woman as her daughter-in-law and would deliberately show her intimate photos of the CEO with other women. The woman had always believed their love was unbreakable. Since she was 18, whatever she wanted to do or achieve, no matter how harsh the conditions, the CEO would always help her without hesitation. So no matter how the CEO's mother schemed to separate them, she refused to believe a single word. Until one day, after leaving the CEO's mother, she witnessed the man who loved her dearly kneeling on one knee while putting a bandage on another woman. She could hardly believe her eyes. She tried calling the CEO, hoping he would provide a reasonable explanation. Instead, he ruthlessly hung up on her. That call shattered her trust in their marriage completely. She could not tolerate even the slightest betrayal in her marriage. She turned around and went back to the CEO's mother, agreeing to leave the CEO as requested. She then demanded a breakup settlement of $1 billion. The CEO's mother looked at her in disbelief. But she promised to initiate the divorce voluntarily and ensure that no one would ever know they had secretly been married. For 10 years of marriage, the CEO had once wanted the whole world to know she was his wife. Now he didn't even want to look at her. Their relationship had never been made public at the company, leaving her always by his side under the guise of a secretary. Since she had promised the CEO's mother to leave, she would do it decisively. She ruthlessly placed the divorce agreement under other documents and got the CEO to sign it without him knowing. Seeing the snacks and bubble tea on the sofa, she knew exactly what it meant. The CEO was going to spend the evening with his young girlfriend. She neither cried nor caused a scene, simply leaving his office quietly. Looking at the signed divorce agreement, she felt an immense sense of relief. She went back and sold all the gifts the CEO had given her, including their wedding rings. On her way to deliver the jewelry, she was rear-ended, busy handling the traffic accident. She didn't notice that the man in the car had been watching her for a long time. Seeing her soaked by the rain, he kindly offered her his coat. After finally resolving the accident and just tending to her wounds, she was summoned by the CEO. The CEO seemed blind, paying no attention to the injury on her forehead. He only scolded her for not answering his calls. Had this been in the past, he would have been deeply concerned. The woman looked at the CEO before her eyes filled with endless disappointment. Seeing the suit draped over her, the CEO inexplicably felt irritated. Without consulting her, he yanked it off and threw it away. Since the divorce agreement had already been signed, she decided to distance herself from the CEO as quickly as possible. She submitted her resignation to him. By then, the CEO's heart was no longer with her. So when she offered her resignation, he agreed without questioning the reason. With the CEO's approval, she quickly packed her belongings. She secretly purchased her own apartment and moved into her new home. By chance, she ran into the man from that day in the elevator. Recalling that the CEO had thrown her suit, she deliberately asked the man for his measurements, planning to buy him a new set of clothes. As soon as she said this, the man immediately misunderstood her as showing interest in him. By the time the woman realized it, he had already left the elevator. When the CEO returned home, he found all of her belongings gone. He hurriedly instructed his assistant to track her whereabouts. He vaguely sensed that her departure was somehow linked to his mother. So he confronted his mother, urging her not to interfere in his relationship with the woman. Little did he know, he was the one who had destroyed their marriage. Even though his mother subtly hinted that the woman might already know about his misdeeds, the CEO remained overconfident. He was certain that she would never leave him. Even if she wanted to, he wouldn't let her go. After leaving his mother, he used information from his assistant to locate her new residence. He finally found where she had moved.